Hello. So I'm sitting on the floor right now because I feel like I have to emphasize how low budget this video is. This is a very last minute thing I decided to do because I got so many requests from people asking me to review the Oscar red carpet looks or champagne carpet looks. I've picked out 8 of my favorite looks from the Oscars red carpet, and I keep saying red carpet, champagne carpet, which was a terrible idea, by the way. I think champagne is an ugly color and it's just a nice word to use instead of beige, but it was a beige carpet. And I read about it and I know why they chose it. And apparently it was because they had like an orange tent that was covering everything to keep the people who were attending the event out of the sun and the rain. And they wanted it to be an easier transition from day to nighttime. I don't know, but they chose an orange tent and they felt like a red carpet would not match an orange tent. And so they were inspired by the idea of like a beach and a sunset, and they went with this sandy color. The only thing is, I'm sure it probably looks nice with the orange tent towering over, but as a viewer on TV and just like as someone who's looking at these photos later, you don't see that orange tent. All you're seeing is this very beige, like 90s carpet look. It's just a dingy looking carpet. And I'm sure it looked even worse after all the foot traffic by the end of the night. Yeah, I don't think it was a glamorous choice, and I hope that they don't pick it again because I don't know anyone who enjoyed it. And also so many of the people who wore dresses chose like beige or white dresses. And that didn't end up looking good on the red carpet because it washed them out. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, rant over. Let's get on to the champagne carpet looks. The first look I want to talk about is Rihanna for Aliyah. And this is one of my favorite looks. I think she looks stunning. Rihanna always looks stunning. Her performance outfit was also stunning. Something that I really like about this dress is the 2 materials that they use. So I can't really tell what it is from a photo, but I think it's like a leather and some kind of chiffon, some kind of soft fabric. And I liked that juxtaposition. But also the leather is not like a hard leather. Like it's still a very soft, buttery looking leather. So there's still a lot of like flow within the whole look. This dress is beautiful and I love the train. I'm speechless. A look I didn't love. Okay. Elizabeth Banks wearing Vivienne Westwood. And y'all know I'm a Vivienne Westwood girly. I love Vivienne Westwood. But this gown, it just looks a little bit messy. Like I can't really tell what's happening construction-wise, which is never a good thing. I think like it's really just this back piece that makes no sense and makes it look kind of odd. I think without it, it could be a very sleek looking dress, but with it on, it just kind of looks like she threw a blanket on herself. Also, she almost fell at the Oscars ceremony wearing this dress. So there's just a lot of cursed things happening about it. Speaking of blankets, another look is Florence Pugh's Valentino look. And a lot of people on my Twitter were blowing up this look, tearing it to shreds, even though, let me backtrack. I liked the over bodice piece. I love the sleeves and the train. I didn't like the little black dress skirt thing that was underneath this beige dress, which again, because it's on this champagne carpet, it just doesn't look good. And, you know, there were criticisms that the dress is swallowing her. I don't know. There's still some elements of tailoring, specifically at the bra area, but I can see where those criticisms came from. For me, it was really just the little black thing underneath. I think it would have looked nicer if it was maybe just a long black skirt. It doesn't help that she's wearing these like platform shoes, which kind of look a little chuggy. I don't know. The hair and makeup is really nice though. Another look I loved was Kate Blanchett's Louis Vuitton dress. And this might be unpopular because I feel like it's not that memorable, and even people were joking that this is a dress that she's wearing not to win an Oscar, but I think it looks very sleek, and I think she wears it very well. Cate Blanchett just wears a lot of things very well because she's very tall. I love the shoulder detail. I think she looks really good in strong shoulders. I usually hate a color blocking moment because I think color blocking, it's very easy for it to look not cohesive, but the way that the top is draping, it blends really well into the bottom skirt. So even though they are completely two different colors, it still looks elegant. Speaking of color blocking moments, okay, this dress I really can't stand. It's the one that Lily Patterson wore, and I think the designer is Kolchagov Barba. This is what I mean when I say color blocking can look really sloppy, and it's because the colors just don't mesh well together. This very chartreusey lime top that ends at a weird point, and then there's a sliver of red covering her belly button, and then a fuchsia skirt that has a red underskirt. I don't know how I could even think of improving it. I think it really just, one of those colors needs to go. 3 is too many. And also, I really don't like the fit of the top part. I think it's just, it makes her torso look very long, but not in a flattering way. And it's just messy. The whole thing is just messy. A bold color look that I really loved was Angela Bassett's look. Angela Bassett did the thing. And she's wearing Moschino, and it is so whimsical. I think the color is really flattering on her, and also is a good nod to Black Panther, which is what she was nominated for. The color of the royal family in Black Panther is purple. So it's like a subtle nod to that, but it's not like overwhelmingly like I'm representing Black Panther on the champagne carpet. I just think that the way that it's draped on her body is beautiful. I love the asymmetry of the top and of the skirt. It kind of like all sways this way, which I think is really elegant and really nice. She's a standout for sure, and this is an Oscar-winning dress, so I'm sad she didn't get it. Let's keep the mood up. Another dress that is one of my favorites, and I'm kind of biased towards this because I can see a lot of 1910s references in here, but Sandra Oh's Giambattista Valli, oh my God, Giambattista Valli dress. Never gonna get invited to that show if I keep acting like that. Yeah, this is a beautiful gown. I love the color. It's extremely flattering on her. I love the jewelry and how there's a little like bit of the orange color in the jewelry, which really ties everything nicely. Y'all are familiar with late 1910s silhouettes, like the cocoon coats. Look up like Poiret's designs because these gowns were really inspired by one, the Orient. It was the 1910s. And also by the Regency dresses, which were also inspired by like ancient Greek dresses. And I think that there's just something very, very flattering about a drapey dress. A dress that's draped in the right way. This is going to be a polarizing statement, I know, but I am not a huge fan of Ana de Armas's dress. She's wearing Louis Vuitton. I think the dress itself, honestly, like the train of it with the little ruffles at the bottom, it is really pretty, but I think the choice was not very tasteful. The dress that she's wearing looks so similar to the Kim Kardashian, like Marilyn Monroe dress scandal. And I know Ana is nominated for playing Marilyn, or a bastardized version of Marilyn. And so I see the homage she was trying to go for, but this specific Marilyn Monroe dress just got so much bad press and controversy during the Met Gala. I just don't think it's worth it to dig that up again. And it almost felt like a little bit desperate versus I think if she went for a dress similar to Marilyn's pink dress or her white dress or a more deep cut Marilyn dress that people would have to look on Pinterest and on the internet to find the reference of. I think that would have been a more tasteful, a more appropriate, a more interesting homage than what this was. What I didn't see enough people talking about is Jessie Buckley's Rodarte gown. I mean, this is just showing my bias because, you know, I love a Victorian sleeve, leg of mutton sleeve. And I love Rodarte, and it's just like so feminine and so ethereal. It's a silhouette that we haven't really seen very often at the Oscars, and we definitely didn't see it at this Oscars. So I think it stands out in that sense. But I think it's just a lovely dress, and I think it fits her energy very well because she is kind of this like more edgy actress. She's taken more edgy roles. And this dress is like the perfect mesh between like a classic, elegant silhouette with, you know, more gothic flair. I love this look, and I love this look especially on her. Okay, I love Kerry Condon in Banshees. I think she's such a fun and talented actress. But this gown, I was not into it. One, it looks terrible on the champagne carpet, but you know, that's not her fault. That's the champagne carpet's fault. It just looks very prom dressy to me. And I know it's Versace, and I know it's like super, super, super expensive, but there's just not anything particularly interesting about it. If she wanted to go for this color, I actually thought Winnie Harlow's look was really nice. Winnie's dress is a similar color, and so it was also washed out by the champagne carpet, but I think that the silhouette of it was a little bit more interesting. It had this cool zipper detail, which she told the fashion commenters was a working zipper. It looks like it has this little like applique on it, which is also like very on trend. I've noticed a lot of floral appliques on the runway and also on the carpet. It's a simple dress, but it has these little details that make it interesting. Versus I feel like Kerry Condon's dress is simple and uninteresting. Another look I didn't love. Lily Singh's look, which was this oversized tuxedo, and it was made by Christian Siriano. I think it just swallows her. It's a little bit too oversized, and I can't really tell what the construction is just from this photo, but it's like the blazer jacket thing blends in with the flared pants. You know what it's giving? It's giving 3 kids in a trench coat. I just think that if it was skinnier at the bottom, or if something different happened with this blazer, then I would be for it. But as it stands, 3 kids in a trench coat. The only man I have on this list is Paul Mezcal. Paul Mezcal is wearing Gucci. And Gucci honestly knows what they're doing when it comes to suits. I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you, I have to be really impressed when it comes to suits because we see them so often. And another thing that the commentators, like the ABC commentators for the red carpet, were doing that was driving me crazy is that for every suit look, they were just like, oh, he's looking so classic. A lot of classic men on the red carpet or the champagne carpet. And it's like, just say that the looks are boring. The point is, I've seen lots of suits and I'm not very impressed with lots of suits. But I really like Paul Mezcal's because it looks very vintage. Just like the boxy shoulder, the flare pants. The flare pants really sell it. You can just tell the suit fits him really well and he looks fine. Okay, the last look I didn't love was Ashley Graham's ensemble. I'm not into this like booty shorts underneath a skirt, and I've seen that with a lot of people lately, and I'm not into the trend. I think I've done it. Actually, I've done it lots of times, and I think maybe because I've done this style, it's not groundbreaking to me and it's not interesting, and it's just something that's more casual. So that's my issue with the bottom half. And then I think the top half, it's a little bit too distracting. Like there's lots of crosses. There's this cutout. There's these like tendril sleeves. I think maybe if it just had the cutout and without the crosses at the midriff, then it would look nice even with the sleeves. I do think the sleeves is a good detail. I just think like it's too busy at the top. And also the skirt looks too long for her. Like the front of it is too long and it needs, and I don't know, it looks like a tripping hazard. So I don't want her to trip. I think they should have hemmed that or gotten her a different skirt. Preferably, I would have liked them to have gotten her a different skirt. And actually, okay, looking at the details, I'm zooming in. I'm really zooming in. And the skirt has little like rhinestones or some kind of beading on it, but the top doesn't have any rhinestones or beading on it. So that annoys me because now it's just not matching. The last look on my list that I'm going to talk about is Rooney Mara's archival Alexander McQueen dress. I am obsessed with this dress. And yes, it blends in with the champagne carpet, but I just think it's so unique. And especially like this little draping detail at the skirt and how it kind of ties off. I think that's really cool. It reminds me of the portrait that was used on the cover for My Year of Rest and Relaxation, which is the book I didn't like, but I love that painting. And I think that she looks really classic, literal classic, like classical Greece in this outfit. So the only thing is the styling. I think that on the runway, when you look at the runway, the model is wearing white tights and also these ballet slipper-esque shoes. And I think that would have been a nicer choice for her to just completely copy that runway or at least wear ballet shoes. Something that I wish that more celebrities would do is wear archival clothing. Nowadays, it's just so obvious that they're getting paid to wear something that was just fresh off the runway. And a lot of the times, I feel like these runway looks don't even correlate with their own personal style, especially when we're talking about a house like Valentino or Chanel, where they dress a lot of celebrities. And so we're kind of just seeing a lot of the same type of looks because these looks are all derived from the same collection. And honestly, I think if Chanel and Valentino and all these designers want to assert their presence on the runway, they should be working with stylists to pull archival looks because at least that's more interesting. Okay, that's the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching this completely busted the last minute ordeal. I would love to know what your favorite look was. It doesn't have to be one that I talked about, just like your favorite look that you saw on the champagne carpet and your least favorite look from the champagne carpet. I'll see you next time. Bye.